What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Great Value Podcast. Sorry about the quality issues in the last episode. That was absolutely atrocious. That was fully on me, but it should be all better now. We should have all of our mics working. We still have my Blue Yeti, Cole's Blue Yeti, Metal Parts Blue Yeti, and Red Chair Guy's shitty mic.
It's a great mic.
Why is Cole the only one who gets his actual name?
Because
Why don't we call him Beanie?
I don't know.
Main
I'm not good with words on the spot.
Alright,
But
that's fine.
Anyway, so we got the camera fully working, better picture quality, and it's actually synced up like in OBS and everything. We got our mics working,
Hopefully.
and
Sound
we
just
shouldn't be
something.
using the camera audio this time.
It didn't sound horrible though.
It wasn't
Audio.
horrible. I had to do some editing to it, but
Yeah,
I salvaged it best I could. But yeah, we got better quality, and it should go up again next episode,
Mhm.
and that should be great value next episode.
Wow.
If we get the mic,
If we
It's
get
been a
the
long
mic.
time coming. We're
It's
almost
been-
there.
Almost
How
there.
long? It's like
A month.
weeks, guys.
It's like
And I
a
gotta
month
get
and a
sad.
half.
Month and a half.
Gonna get serious.
A month and a half.
Season 1 is almost over.
No.
I got
But
called
anyways-
Mr. Great Value the other day.
Mr.
That was a
Great
little
Value,
crazy.
that's locked. But, anyways, I'm Parker.
I'm Mike. You know who I am by now. Come on. Are we doing this every episode?
Okay, dude.
That was kind of crazy.
That
Sorry.
it's
Cole.
T-Bubble is coming through with those egotistical
Bryce.
comments. So what's the game plan today, guys?
Game plan. We're talking about movies, apparently.
Just doing a little bit, just something
Some movies.
to like give some structure to the episode.
Give some structure.
Structure.
But we're gonna start it off with some fun little would you rather or agree or disagree questions, just to get us talking, get us
Just to get the
Fun a little bit. energetic.
The podcast
That's
fluids flowing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get us
Get
communicating.
us
well.
awake and alive. Yeah, it's,
It is
it's
pretty
very
late.
early, so we need to
Ah,
It's very early at
Very early.
10:52.
It's 11
Yeah.
p.m.
I
I want
had,
them to leave.
The
I
night
had
is
to
still
be
young.
at class 12 hours ago.
I had to be at class at 8 in the morning today.
So like what, 16 hours ago?
16
That's-
hours ago.
that's horrible.
17
And I've been up for, by the time you guys leave, I'll be up for like almost 24 hours.
locked.
It's horrible.
I don't see a problem with
Yeah.
Alright.
that. So Bryce, you want to go first with this?
Alright, I'll go first. This is a pretty simple one. Would you rather a random good superpower or a niche one that you can pick?
Mm,
A good one being like strength, speed, flight.
okay.
It's like a niche one.
A niche one is like,
Like like thinking what animals can say, you know? Like translating an
yeah,
animal.
translating an animal or like, I don't know. Your keys always spawn in your hand when you want them to.
It's kind of lot.
Well, you can pick.
Like something niche.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can pick whatever you want, but it has to be like something small.
Like kind of bum.
You don't-
I
you
want
don't-
to. I think I'm gonna go with that niche one.
You go with the niche.
Niche one. I think I got one already.
What is it?
Have like just be able to spawn any food I think of in my hands.
Any food? That's.
Is that niche?
It's kind of niche.
I mean, it's niche. Yeah.
It's like,
It's
yeah,
niche.
that's fine.
A little OP.
Food, yeah.
Just like
There has to be
spawn-
like a cool
It's,
down.
it's on the
Yeah.
edge. Yeah.
Maybe like
Like-
it like makes you tired or something.
Yeah, like drains you.
dude, shitty super like the superpowers, but you get shitty side effects or whatever.
Or like
You guys see that?
Yeah.
after you spawn in, you're not hungry anymore.
Oh.
Oh no!
So you have to like wait. Alright, I'm good with that.
What? No,
What do you think, Mike?
you can't just nerf my superpower.
Well, we kind of
Yeah, it
can.
has to be
Because
good, because
if it was like, if it's good, then
it kind of has to be
it's-
shitty.
It
But
doesn't
you
fall
said,
into the
like,
category.
But it's not. It's niche. It's not mainstream. That was the
Yes.
question. It wasn't good or bad. It was just niche.
Yeah, it's not like a good like no superhero would have that as
Yeah,
like their
yeah,
own-
yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just spawn in food to save the day. Like, I just want canes right now. Like spawn. You know, I feel like that's locked.
That is good. Not bad.
Alright.
I might take a random good one.
Ooh.
Random good one.
I mean, I don't feel like I would need super speed though. That's kind of boring. I mean, I don't know.
I think speed's sick.
If it's like
Yeah,
everything's in
super
like
speed's like
slow
the-
motion
the
around
coolest
you.
power
You're
you
so
could
fast,
have.
everything's in slow
Yeah,
motion.
that like wasn't it like Silver Surfer
That's
who
just
does that?
super speed. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
so-
but like that's how it's like depicted in that movie.
so it's depicted in the Flash too. Like scenes.
I
That's
think-
just super
yeah.
speed.
Just 'cause you move so fast, the world's slow.
Yeah, but then like
It's like one of the most.
would I have
overpowered-
to like walk to Walmart at like normal speed? But like
You could just spawn in front of the door, basically, to other people.
okay.
Wait,
Yes, to other people.
But he's asking like to him.
Yeah, because everything's slow around me, so am I just like normal speed, walking around?
No,
Only
you're
time
so
you'd have to.
fast.
Only time you'd have to do normal speed is like if you're not doing
No,
self
no, no,
checkout.
no. I get what
Like
he's
when
saying.
you're in super,
No,
you're actually like running fast.
Okay,
It's not
and it's like
like
controllable.
it's not like
Yeah.
you pause time and you're like walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
You're
super
running.
speed.
Okay.
So like the cars are just like inching along.
Yeah, but like
Even.
it wouldn't take me 30 minutes to walk to Walmart. It would just be like
No, it'd
Yeah.
be,
But
you'd
like-
be there.
okay.
That's. I mean, you can choose to walk 30 minutes to Walmart.
Yeah,
or you can
but, like-
choose to get there in 2 seconds.
That's if you get super speed.
Okay, yeah, but I don't know, super strength. I don't know.
You might get unlucky and get super strength.
Yeah, I mean,
Super. I wouldn't call that.
that's not
unlucky.
unlucky.
But like
You
for
can
him,
help
he
people.
wants super speed.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think any of them would be fine. I'd find
What
a
is
use for
bug?
any good one.
There's a bug in here.
Bug?
Dude, I just saw a bug. Like,
Oh no.
Because like you could get money for like being like the world's strongest men
Yeah.
or man or whatever.
crush Eddie Hall's world records.
Yeah.
You could beat that
I could
gorilla.
beat the gorilla. I could one tap the gorilla.
You could
Yeah,
take
I'm
down
taking
that
the random
elephant.
good one.
Yeah,
I'm definitely taking the random good one.
I'm taking a random good one.
Same.
I don't know. I just can't think of a cool
I
niche
could work
one.
with like any like good superpower. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
just become
I
something.
think that's just
Like flight, man. Imagine you could fly.
That'd be cool.
like,
Never having to sit in
But
traffic.
then how fast are you flying though? That's the thing.
It's
doesn't
probably,
matter.
it's
You
probably
still have
pretty.
a power.
You're still flying.
You
And it's
still-
a good power. It's
Yeah.
not like you're flying, but you go 2 miles an hour. You're
Yeah,
flying.
and you're like an inch off the ground. It's a good
You
power.
can probably train yourself to go faster too.
Yes,
like
yeah.
every superhero just gets like a random power and then they have to work with it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That is
Like,
true.
if it's a good power, you know it's already going to be good. So
Yeah,
you can work with anything.
that's cool.
Yeah, but I
Is it like one power? Or is it like, oh, you get Superman's power, so you're like strong, you can fly, and you have laser vision?
There's
I want
probably,
Batman's
probably a
powers.
chance of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's locked.
1 in a
Yeah.
billion chance.
And like that's basically just
It's
saying
like a-
yes to every box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
They get Batman's powers of just being rich.
I don't know. I feel like with most superpowers, you could end up being rich.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Just by-
could,
just by
Well, you
using-
can just
Depends on how
you
you
can just be
use
the villain.
Exactly.
Oh.
and no one can stop you because you have superpowers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, like you could go like get super speed, just run into the bank, run out.
No. Yeah.
No one's gonna see you.
Yeah.
Stays
Snatch-
through the bank.
Snatch the key off the wall.
Just phase through the vault door.
Can't phase through things.
Yeah, Flash did it. You have super speed. You're the
I
Flash.
guess yeah. You're going so fast you can poke it so many times until you go through it.
No, he just walked. Well, you've seen.
Yeah, he does.
He
like,
walks through
He
stuff?
like phases. It's
Oh.
Dude,
I don't know
phases
how it
like-
works again.
Is it like a solid wall?
Yeah, because
It basically just he vibrates at the frequency of air.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So like he's basically become
Like his
air.
atoms are like all separated or something. I don't even know.
And
how
he
it
can just
works.
walk through. But if you mess it up and like your arm's like halfway through a wall and you mess it up, your arm just gets cut off.
Mm.
Freaky.
He kills
Freaky.
people, but or like the Reverse Flash does that because he's like
Yeah, because he
vibrates
like
his
he like
hand. And, like
phases into them and like cuts their heart.
yeah,
Oh whoa.
Freaky.
it's kind of cool.
That's how his mom died.
Very
Wait, no,
freaky.
his mom died with a knife. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Super
Old-
speed could be more deadly than like super strength
I think it could.
applied correctly.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Because you just can't get caught either.
Yeah.
So well, I have a bit of a agree or disagree.
Okay.
I think that short media is better than longer media.
Objectively, just every single time.
Yes.
I don't
Just
think that's
generally.
true.
What does that count? Give me an example. I'm confused. Like
So,
a
like-
TikTok video is better than a movie?
No. Like a short, like a show with like a few seasons is better than a show with like 26 seasons
It
or something like that.
just depends on the TV show and what your
Yeah.
interests
Because
are.
like, there's a lot of shows where like they just keep like renewing it because it's making a lot of money, and
Like
there's
The
no like,
Flash.
real story in mind, and they just kind of
Yeah.
keep like tacking stuff on.
like
But like if it's a
Family
story
Guy,
made,
Bob's Burgers.
but that's not like a real
stuff
like
like that.
There's
story.
never
Yeah.
been a story.
Yeah,
line to
exactly.
Those are just meant to be
Yeah.
like silly cartoons.
Okay.
But then like if the original like vision of the story was to be long, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a long
I
story.
think something would be too long. I'm just saying.
like there's such
I
things
like
too
short media.
I mean, there's a lot more better like shorter, more condensed stories than like super long ones that are also like on the same
Yeah,
because
quality.
it takes more commitment.
Yeah. But like,
It takes a better
that
story
means-
to make it long.
I mean, I get what you're. I mean, yeah,
shorter media is better.
there's just more examples of it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's just been done right by too many people. Because like, but like the ones that are
Like
really
I'd
long
rather play
and good are really really good.
like a 5-hour, 10-hour video game versus like a 100,
No.
2-hour,
Mm-mm.
200-hour video.
If
game.
I'm paying $60
bro.
for a game,
Yeah, I want
I'd
it to be
rather
like
play
50
100
hours.
no, not $60 for a game, but
Saying like an indie game. I mean, sure.
like
It also depends for
If-
games. It's different because it depends on how much I pay.
Yeah.
If
Some
something's
things I'm upset a
quality,
little.
I
I
think,
paid
like-
$60 for Spider-Man, and I got 10 hours of gameplay, and that's it.
I think like 20 hours is like perfect.
No, I want $1 per hour,
Depends
or
on
an hour per
No.
dollar.
That's like
least.
you're asking too much.
Is it though for a AAA title?
to make a $60 story, I don't think
60-hour story? That's
don't think
not
so.
unreasonable.
that's unreasonable at all.
But you don't need that much game. Because
What does that
if you
mean?
have like
But if you can
100-hour
have it,
game,
what's
that
the
means
negative?
like most of it is just like side quests and stuff.
not
necessarily.
necessarily like a story, but like a game like that's replayable, like Elden Ring. I have like 200 hours in that. I've got my money's worth, but I haven't played it just once. I played it like over and over again with different builds. Like it just needs a good replayability factor at least. Not
I
like
think shorter games are more replayable than long games.
That's kind of true.
I mean, but like it depends. But like
Depends.
if it's a story game, like you're not gonna want to replay it over and over again if it's not like unless there's like change to be made in the story.
No, I think you could replay it.
It's the same story over and over again. I
You're
don't
not
know.
gonna want to replay
Well,
GTA
you
5
rewatch
story
like your
over and
favorite
over.
movie
Oh.
over and over again.
That's like
It's not
That's
different.
different.
It's not different.
because the game,
I
you're
don't
like
do
spending
that,
a lot
so
of
I-
time. Yeah,
The GTA story, it was like 10 hours. You're not gonna want to replay that over and over again.
Yes, I
There's
would
no
actually.
variation.
You would.
I haven't played the GTA story, but I'd rather play a game and like come to understand the game or understand a story that's shorter than have like a super long story and I don't like remember certain parts of it because it's like so long.
Just
But-
don't.
I don't even know like a game like that has like it's just like a super long like story
One Piece.
campaign.
One
That's,
Piece is
and we're
not a
talking about
game.
games or shows. What are you talking
But One Piece is super memorable.
Yeah.
Every part of the story matters, so it comes
I don't
back
think
later.
It matters.
It does.
Because
You haven't
don't
watched
re-
the
You can't
show.
remember all of it.
You don't understand. Like
Okay, you don't
every character
remember
is
every
important.
single interaction, but like the important parts you do remember. And
Yeah.
then they like bring them up again. You're like, oh yeah,
I mean, One Piece in general is pretty long. It's super
it's pretty
long.
unique too.
Like-
Like, there's not many other things.
There's
like,
nothing like it though, so you can't like single out One Piece as this giant red flag of long stories when there's millions of people who like the show.
Well, I think
When
you
it's
could-
like it's the greatest anime ever made, and that's not even like a questionable subject.
I think you could single out like long video game series like Final Fantasy or like Yakuza or something.
Those don't have like stories.
They do
do.
have.
I mean, they
Yeah.
do,
But
but
they're,
like
a lot like
They're
I'm
like
pretty sure like
super long and convoluted.
yeah.
Whereas like shorter stories are stronger because they're like more concise, and I feel like once you have a shorter story, you have like stronger points.
No,
If
but
it
there's
gets
less
longer,
I
to it.
disagree.
I disagree with
You're
stronger
more
I've never
points.
played. I personally have never played like Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts, but like I know those fans that do play it are super dedicated to
Yeah.
playing that, and
No,
they
but-
enjoy the longevity of
You
jumping
can get-
500 hours into
Yeah.
the game.
No, but they also
first
understand that
year's
there's
release.
tons
And then,
of
like,
flaws
learning,
with
like,
those
everything
games
about
and their
it.
stories because they always like retcon things from like the earlier games, and like there's so many like different convoluted stuff.
But you're cherry picking something like Final
No,
Fantasy
because-
and the retconning. But like when it's a longer story, you can get more into it. You can get more attached to characters. You can enjoy the simpler parts of it because there's more exciting things throughout it.
But
And I
think
don't think your argument of like forgetting things is
Not
valid
valid
because
at
like
all.
I just started Dragon Ball, like,
Mhm.
and there's like come throughout all the series. There's probably what 1,000 episodes close to. No, 7.
No, there's probably there's like 300 of Dragon Ball
like
Z.
that's still pretty long.
There's like 500.
Yeah, probably.
Give it 500.
The 500. That's pretty long for an anime, but like I'm at the very beginning, like 20 episodes in. I was talking to Mike earlier, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I remember exactly that."
Yeah.
Because like
When
it's
it's-
memorable.
Yeah, when a story is good, it's memorable. So the longevity of it isn't a negative in the forgetting factor.
maybe.
I'm gonna disagree with this.
Yeah, I completely disagree.
I kind of agree, kind of disagree.
But yeah, I'm like
Completely
I disagree.
I
and
get
agree.
what you're saying. Like a more like concise story may be like more interesting like throughout the
Mhm.
entirety. But I think like a long story, like I don't know, just like having some breathing room is nice, especially like
Mhm.
if you get attached to the characters, a longer story is just better. If it's a high quality story,
Sure.
because like when you like it, if Alan Wake was like stayed that consistent like quality, but like was just a bit longer. I mean, if there's
No,
no,
because
if
I-
there's
I
no drops
want
in the
them-
quality,
I want them to move on to different stories.
well, that's fine. But like I don't
But
know,
that's
just
what-
like having
That's what longer shows do. Is they go from area that's what One Piece is. Place
Because
to place,
there has to
story
be an
story.
end at some point.
Of course,
I mean,
there's
at
an end
some
at
point,
some
yeah.
point. There's an end to everything.
With Hunter x Hunter, that's like the longest one I've seen, so that's the longest one I could talk about. It's not like they kind of separated each arc into a different story.
Mhm.
Each arc came to a conclusion, but they all built into the same story. It's like a smaller story within a big story, and each small story or arc led to the final thing of spoiler of Gon getting to meet his dad, like he wanted to do. That's the whole reason he set out on the quest.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
like
like
they all, there were small stories that built into each other though.
And you get to learn about like a bunch of like different characters like in the world too,
Mhm.
and like how their story like maybe conflicts with the main character. I mean that happens in any story,
But,
but
like-
you know, there's just
or,
more room
like-
to explore in a long
like
story.
the Alan Wake like universe. or
Maybe I
whatever.
just like being able to like sit down one day and like play through a game in one day.
That's completely okay.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, would you hate it if Alan Wake 1 and 2 were combined
Into one story.
into one game? Not one story,
One
because they're
game.
different stories, but there's like you stop and then they continue with Alan's journey
yeah,
later.
it wouldn't make sense.
I don't know if that's a great.
I don't know.
example.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense.
Like the
no.
story, I don't know anything about the stories, but like,
Yeah.
But it's not a bad thing. Like if Dragon Ball Z and Super were like in the same like episode count and you just kept going, it wouldn't be a negative to it at all.
Was like
I think it just
Yeah.
depends. Like it really just depends on what it's set up for.
mhm.
Like One Piece is set up for longevity, whereas I don't think Solo Leveling is set up for longevity.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good at it actually.
I mean, they're doing good, but it's
I was
2
surprised.
seasons and he's already
Like,
level 100, which I
Yeah.
think is the max. I have no idea.
But this is a pretty long manga, so he's got something.
It is true.
So
It is true.
like you start One Piece and you think, oh, this is gonna be quick. It's not quick.
I don't think anyone has ever once been like,
No,
"Hey,
I
let me
think-
start One Piece.
No,
it's
like
quick."
if you didn't know the episode count and you start it, you'd be like, oh, well, there's probably not a lot to this, and then you find out that there's like slavery and like
It's very deep.
it's very deep. There's a lot of problems, like real problems. It's just there's a lot of like
Okay.
levels to it.
There's levels
All right.
to it.
Well, there's that. That's my opinion.
Great discussion here. Great insight here, boys.
Great insight here, boys.
If anyone's still watching, drop a great insight here, boys, in the comments, please.
Goodness.
We're doing this again, Bryce. Mike, you got one?
Yeah. So mine's kind of an agree or disagree, but I don't know. I don't think there's much room for disagreeing here.
Okay. It's gonna be
But
something
I'm pretty
crazy.
sure
We're gonna find a way to disagree.
no. League of Legends is the best competitive game.
No, that's crazy.
Yes, it is.
I disagree.
Like
I
competitive
disagree.
scene,
I disagree.
longevity,
I
Scene?
disagree.
like just the gap between like just the amount of skill you need to be good at it. Like
I
it's the
disagree.
most
It's just
complex, and
like spamming buttons.
it's definitely not.
I think
As far
Counter
as-
Strike is just as
Counter Strike is 2, but
Counter Strike
it's
is
kind
on
of
the
close.
same level
I
in
don't
the
think it
competitive
is.
scene.
I don't think it is
I think more people.
because like you learn like 3 maps and you learn how to aim.
Okay, but that's you said you didn't say skill. You said the competitive scene.
Yeah, but like it's the most complex. Like it's the best because it is complex.
But yeah, you said what's the best for the or you said it's
Exactly.
the best for the competitive scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Because the added depth adds a lot to it. and
Okay,
it's
but I still think
interesting.
CS has a better competitive scene.
But why?
Or same. Just because it's more complex doesn't mean
Is
I
the
it
think-
competitive scene isn't as
Yeah,
good.
because there's more. I don't know, just like the super high, like skilled league players are just like insane to watch compared to like a really good guy at CS versus like a pro at CS. Like the gap is like insane. Like being the max rank in league and then like being like a pro player, like the gap is like insane.
Is it really?
Yeah, like you have to learn like the amount of characters in the game, the amount of like interactions between like the different like runes and characters and items and like building item sets for going into each team, drafting a team. Because like for CS, you're just the same operator.
I mean,
You
yeah,
have a few
but
guns
like,
to pick. I mean, it's just, I mean, they're both good, fun to watch, but like, I don't know. I think League is just a more,
It's a little more complex game.
yeah,
it's
That's what-
definitely a
that's
more
what you're
complex game, but that's
yeah.
not
But like,
what you
I feel
said.
like that adds to the competitiveness of it. It's like,
Is the game balanced well? Because it
Yeah.
has like
Yeah.
200 characters.
yeah,
or
but like,
something.
I don't
not
know.
crazy.
There's characters that were released in like 2011 that are still being played, along with like characters that were
Hmm.
released like a year ago.
The characters released a year ago just have like cooler abilities and just
Yeah,
they
like-
do like cooler things.
The game is very for like
Yeah.
how many things are in that game. It's very well balanced.
I'm trying to find
Well,
numbers
I
here.
don't really
Yeah, I see, yeah.
I don't care much about like competitive video games.
I still think like CS is on the same. I disagree. I think CS is on the
I
same
think
level.
Siege is a more complex game than CS.
Mm,
I think it has to be.
I think it is, but I don't think
They're
the
the
competitive
same
scene.
Not
level of
competitive.
I think they're similar in complex.
Nah,
I
don't
mean,
think so.
no.
The Siege is like operators and gadgets,
Yeah, it's still like gadget
and, like
heavy.
droning.
Yeah,
I mean,
Where
that,
CS is just like
you
aiming
kind of
nades.
memorize like the maps and like how to play each map.
okay, well, you do the same in Siege.
No,
Okay.
because
Is that what you're saying?
every operator you bring can be different.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
every
you have
round.
different guns,
And there's
different
a lot more
loadouts.
No,
maps
but
in
it's like the
Siege,
same map. Everyone has access to the same amount of tools.
I guess.
So like, there's like an optimal way to play each map. Basically.
I guess, but like, I still disagree.
I think Siege is like.
I think Siege is more competitive now.
I don't know about
Than
one,
CS.
I don't think.
but
I
it's
don't.
more complex.
Plus, League like came out in like 2011 or
League?
something.
Oh,
Same with
different.
And, like,
CS.
Yeah, no, but they're both old and they both have like crazy.
Which is
Like,
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, but I'm
numbers.
pretty
Really
sure
crazy.
League has like the highest like viewer base out of any competitive.
I think CS is close, if not.
Yeah,
above.
CS is definitely second. But
I think it's above,
League is
depending
quite
on
a
the
bit.
tournament, though.
I don't know anything about competitive viewers.
I don't watch it, but like,
Yeah,
bring back Overwatch, like
Overwatch League.
Overwatch League.
That was a disaster. It was cool at first, but
It was funny,
I used to watch. Dude, watching those games are cool.
dude. Yeah, back when we thought we could make it.
I don't think I ever
I don't
thought
think
that.
I ever thought I could make it back.
It was just fun. It was just fun to watch.
All right, is it my turn?
Sure.
Sure.
Let me make sure I got this right. Well, I want to talk about that later. Okay, I saw that.
What?
I don't know.
Animation is better than live action.
Hmm.
Agree or disagree?
Like
It's hard to
animation
compare,
in general,
bro.
or like anime specifically.
Just animation in general, animated movies is
I-
better than live action.
Think you can do more with animation than you can with a live action movie, but I think portraying emotion is better in a live action because it's a real human being. But I
Agreed.
feel like there's more options in an animated movie. Like you can't make Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse live action; just wouldn't work.
I mean, you could.
No, you can't. It wouldn't be the same quality as it is in.
They kind of did that with No Way Home a little bit.
No, it's just not.
It's not the same, but like
No.
they kind of did.
I mean, yeah, but it's still like No Way Home is still like criticized because it's a little messy.
That's true. Yeah.
But I feel like animation allows you to do more. So I guess if you want to do like a romance, it's probably better to do it in live action because it portrays that type of emotion better. But like action scenes are definitely better animated.
Oh yeah.
I think it's really hard to compare animated with live action because they're like they're two very different like categories of
Mhm.
like films or TV shows. Like, yeah, I don't even know where you begin with that because animation has to do with like you can have so many different like art styles, and you can do like 3D animation or like 2D animation, and you also have to have, I don't even know. Like, I think you can't compare them. To be honest.
I think I'd say
Can't compare them. It's just
Yeah.
hard to.
animation is probably better because animation can do what live action can do, but live action can't do what animation can do. I would just say you just have more
Yeah.
options when you're filming an animated movie or show or whatever.
Yeah, I think animation can capture a lot of the same emotions that like live action does. But like, I don't know, it depends on like what you're watching. Because like,
I don't think you can animate Breaking Bad and be the
No.
same as the live action. at
No,
all.
but like,
yeah, that's true.
but that's also because you've seen Breaking Bad in real life, so like it'd be hard to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
If like you saw Breaking Bad in an animation, you might.
I don't think it would work.
Mm,
I don't
think it
know.
works
I don't
the
know.
same.
I don't even know what I'm saying, but I kind of agree with what Bryce is saying. Like, it is kind of hard to portray emotions like perfectly in animation. You can still do it decently.
Mhm.
Like I've seen like in anime they portray emotions well. In the animated Spider-Man movies, the newer ones with Miles, they did it pretty well for like animation as far as animation goes. But like, you still can't nail it as well as you can with like live action.
Yeah.
All right, so what's next? What are we talking about next?
Next, each of us are just gonna I'm gonna say like a category of movies and give our favorite one. We're just gonna like rate them,
Like-
see what we think of each other's opinions.
Okay.
Like rate
Are we
them out of
like-
like 10 or just like
Yeah,
kind of
just
give
like
our
out of 10.
opinions?
So you give your a little bit of your opinion, rate it to 10.
Are we like coming up with like
Like
A
Johnny.
definitive one for each category.
Like
Sure.
our top, like our favorite for each category.
Yeah. Just definitive, like whatever comes to your head first, or whatever you like the most.
I have a movie that fits 2 categories. Can I say the same movie for both categories?
I would try.
If it's like my favorite, if it's like my absolute favorite movie,
Yeah, I would try to switch it up though,
Okay.
just to make it more
What's
interesting.
our first category here?
We're just gonna go superhero movies. What's your favorite
Superhero movies.
superhero movie of all time?
movies, I can't do like a TV show.
Nah, I gotta be a movie.
Oh, I don't watch superhero movies.
This is the Great Value Oscars.
Yeah, the Great Value Oscars. Whoa.
Welcome.
Superhero movies. don't
I have
watch
mine.
movies.
Oh, my movie.
Ooh.
Very
Superhero
professional here.
movie.
Oh wait. Oh, dude, this is like my favorite movie of all time. I'm
Superhero.
stupid.
Yeah,
I'll start us off.
you're kind of stupid.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a superhero. That's my favorite superhero movie. That's also
Okay.
my favorite movie of all time. So
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's an excellent movie. I think it's animation's great. I think the dot style is perfect. I
yes,
think
the first one, not the second one.
Second
one
one's
was also
really good.
I like the
Oh.
second one better, actually.
I don't.
it's not
I'm
a crazy
weird.
take. I think I might like the second one more.
I see here. Wait, hold on. No, hear me out though. The first one is a complete story on its own. The second one, you need the third one to come out for it to be the complete story, and we don't have the third one
So you're
yet.
saying you like short or medium?
Shut up.
You're saying you like longer.
I never said I like shorter. I'm just saying I like the complete story.
Mhm.
When the
Yeah.
third one comes out, though, that's gonna be a banger.
That'll
I
never
think
come
the
out.
second one, like, just has more to it. To be honest.
There's more. Oh, there's more to it, but like I just like the completeness of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason. And I also like
Let me
the.
think of my pick.
I don't know. I just like the first one. That's gonna be my favorite trilogy once the
That's,
third one comes out.
that's 10 out of 10 for you. What would you give that movie?
A 10, out of the
Out of
rating.
10.
Yeah.
Into the Spider Verse
eight?
as a superhero.
An 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Well, what would you give that movie? Real quick while you're thinking.
I would agree, like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's 10. I'd give it like a 9.5, like a 10. It's
Yeah.
it's a great movie.
It's a
9.5 out
great
of 10.
movie. If
It's
anyone hates that movie,
one
there's
of-
something wrong with you.
Honestly, one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. Even though it's just like a little animated Spider-Man movie, it's great.
Yeah, but it's
Perfect. Like I don't have a fault with it in any
And the
form.
music fits perfectly too. They nailed the
Dude.
music.
One of the
and
best
Post Malone, like,
soundtracks to
I think it's a Banksy.
Yeah.
It's a
one of the
fire.
best soundtracks to
Yeah.
a movie.
Even the second one had a really good soundtrack too.
Second one probably better.
Dude, working in the theater, hearing every time the credits played, hearing the like credit song, bliss.
Yeah, I still listen to that soundtrack. To this
I do
day.
too. It's in
Everybody
my
does.
playlist. Like
It's so
What?
good.
The Spider-Man soundtrack.
Across
Bunch of
the
good
Spider-Verse?
songs in it.
Mm.
You don't like it?
And I don't know. I just
I'm not gonna lie, I do have a lot of songs from the first and second one in my playlists.
I do as well.
I'm gonna say
Go
my
first?
pick.
yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
All right, my favorite superhero movie, I think, is gonna have to be the first Avengers movie.
That's a great pick. So that was
I
that was what was on the front of my head. That's a great pick.
Like that defined the superhero movie for me.
It is.
I gotta
Yes.
run through my brain. I'm like, I've seen it. I just gotta run through it.
It's like when they do the circle scene.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
aliens.
The aliens. Oh yeah.
Iron Man pushes the rocket up.
It's probably like the first like superhero team up movie that's ever like been released.
That was like great. At least.
That was
Yeah.
actually good quality. Yeah.
And you get
I'm-
like all these great characters together, and then like a great like battle in New York and
Yeah.
stuff.
Dude, Mike has never seen
Good
this.
villain. You have, haven't you? We watched it together. I'm pretty sure.
We did watch it here.
The
We
first
did watch
one?
it here. The first one.
We did.
We were probably doing something.
We were probably
else.
playing Catan as well.
Some
Yeah.
some board game or something. Feels
I don't
space.
remember. No.
You don't remember all the Avengers coming in a circle? You don't remember Tony pushing like a rocket into the sky?
I remember watching this at Bryce's.
You
So
don't
good.
remember like
Maybe the circle. I
like
don't remember
Loki
the sky.
coming and like turning Hawkeye into a bad guy at the
Mhm.
beginning?
Yeah, we did watch this.
Yeah, I know
You
for
don't
a fact we watched this.
We
at
watched a
Bryce's.
lot of Avengers
There's so
movies.
much. You don't remember when like Tony like has to catch the or like help catch the floating flying like
The airplane,
airplane helicarrier.
but not Spider-Man.
He has to fix it. Him and he has to fix it basically. Is that in Avengers or
I
Ultron?
was thinking of like the
I might be
spy
mixing that up.
airplane
I don't know.
I
from
could be
like
mixing that up.
Homecoming or No Way Home. One of
Mhm.
those.
You mean the boat?
No, it was,
I
it
think-
was
Oh,
a plane.
oh yeah. With, like the first one with Tom Holland, but in the
Oh,
boat
yeah.
show.
Yeah,
That's the one you're thinking of.
that's what I was.
And I think that movie also has like a perfect mix of like seriousness and like comedy.
I agree.
Because like most superhero movies coming out
It's
this
cute
day are
seeing
just
them
like
agree.
they're meant to be like
With
pure
hair.
comedic stuff.
Yeah.
And I liked
Especially
like
the
that
Avengers.
first phase of Marvel where it was like still serious. And there was
Mhm.
like serious threats and
Mhm.
stuff. And then there's also still like some funny jokes in it.
Like the ending when he asks if everyone wants to go eat shawarma. And then they go eat shawarma in the
Dude,
post-credit
shawarma
scene.
was so good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was. We had shawarma today.
I tried it for the first
Yeah,
time.
it was
I'm not
good.
very.
That wasn't planned either. That's pretty funny that that just happened.
I'm not very experienced with my food, but I'm willing to try anything. I thought it was pretty good.
I like the yogurt sauce they put in.
Yogurt sauce is
It's
great.
so
But yeah,
the
I've had
garlic
that sauce
sauce.
before. I don't know where.
It's very good.
Probably with the
It's
gyro.
called,
My
like,
dad made it actually
Tzatziki,
once.
Yeah.
tzatziki sauce or something like
Dude,
that.
my dad made it for a chicken he stuffed with that sauce and like cranberries.
Oh, that sounds
It
great.
was actually
Cranberry.
pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds great. Is
I
it
don't know.
like a rotisserie, like put in the oven?
Chicken breast.
Chicken breasty stuff.
He stuffed the chicken
Whoa,
breast.
I like that. I like that.
Sounds
It's
interesting.
actually pretty good. I didn't know how I felt about it at first, but it turned out to be pretty good. Anyways, back to movies. Bryce, what do you?
Well, let's first rate the First Avengers.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think that's a. Is that better than Into the Spider-Verse? Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10 movie.
There you go.
First Avengers is a 10 out of 10
I'm
movie.
assuming Cole's giving
These
it
are-
a 10
these are
out of
great
10.
That's a
Great picks so far.
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I
We'll
don't-
have to rewatch it. It's a really good movie.
I don't.
It's a good movie.
I don't know. We watched a lot of Avengers movies.
Yeah, we ran through that with you.
Yeah.
We kind of just stopped.
Yeah,
I think we watched most of them.
we watched like all the good
Quite
ones.
a few, yeah, that's true.
We got to like past Endgame is like just a bunch of bad.
Oh, we
movies.
did get all the way to like Endgame
Yeah.
and Infinity War. That's
I
right.
thought we watched like Infinity War like first, and then we were like, we should go back.
I
Well,
think we did.
Yeah.
Did we watch Endgame
We
first?
We
Is what
watched
he
one
means?
of the wars.
No, I don't
first.
think you ever watched Endgame. Did you see like
No, I watched.
Spider-Man come through the portal and like everybody
Ye-
come out
yeah.
portals?
We did
did.
watch
We saw that?
I think so.
Did you see Spider-Man get like turned to dust?
Yeah, yeah. He's like,
So
I
those
don't
are
feel
two
sick.
separate
Thank you,
movies. So
good
you've
Mr.
seen both of them.
Stark.
Yeah, I saw.
So you've
and
seen Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
we've
watched
seen
both.
both.
Okay.
I think we watched those and then went back to the first.
Yeah.
But
Dude, I want to watch
We-
the Avengers.
Could
again.
be.
what are
Yeah.
you giving it, Mike?
I don't know.
How much you remember?
I don't
I
remember.
don't remember anything about.
I think
the
I
movie.
might remember the circle. Do they like all like drop down in like order?
Mhm.
I think I remember that part.
And then he tells like Hulk to go smash, and he jumps on a building.
Yeah.
I was like, Hulk, you go smash.
Yeah.
That's probably pretty
Or
good.
when
He's
when
like,
the big lizard is coming up, or the big like alien giant thing is coming, and
Like a
Bruce
big
Banner's like,
whale.
"I'm always angry," and then he like punches it in the face as Hulk.
I've seen a TikTok of that. You sent me a TikTok
Yeah.
of that. I don't know. It's
TikTok
probably,
is great.
it's probably good. It's probably like an 8 or 9. I don't know.
We forgot to give a disclaimer. Mike has not seen
I
like,
don't.
any movies and his attention span is not
Pretty
good for
bad.
movies.
We're
Yeah.
working
I'm
on it.
educated.
He watched Bleach and he would get to parts and
Probably.
would watch it at 5 times speed.
Yeah, I tried.
5
5
times.
times?
Yeah, because it was just so
Serious?
boring.
Dude,
crap.
I wish he watches everything normally on 2 times.
Depends on what I'm watching, but most of the time default is 2x. Sometimes it goes down a little bit because I have this this Chrome add-on where like when I press D it slows it down and like S like speeds it up. It's great. So like a lot of time it's like 1.2, 1.5, and I can like see it at the top. It's goaded.
Every
Tap
time,
into that. It's goaded.
Every time I do
Don't
my
tap
math
into
homework,
that. It's gonna ruin your attention span
I
completely.
speed the video up in my math homework to 2,
Mm.
and when I lower it back down to 1, he's like, it sounds like he's talking like a robot.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
so weird to
I
go
always
back
speed
to.
up my college videos like that.
I just
Uh,
don't watch them.
I have to.
I was
take
able to
notes
speed
on
up
him.
my driver's ed practice a long time ago
Dude, I never.
Yeah.
I never did.
because you have to like
driver's ed.
watch all those videos.
Yeah.
You never did driver's ed.
Wait, I did. I just
You
played
had
Bloons
to.
during all of it.
That's
I looked up all 30 hours or whatever it was. I
Yeah.
played Bloons TD6. 2 monitors. It was goaded.
All right, what's your guys'
Oh.
picks?
Hold on. I gotta get my rating for Avengers.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cole,
Yeah.
for skipping me.
Egotistical.
All right, yeah.
Egotistical, narcissistic.
That's
Okay.
you, buddy. Middle part. I'd give it. I'm not personally a fan, and I just don't care for Avengers that much. But I respect it as a good movie, so I give it like. Like an 8,
8.
8,
Okay.
5, 8,
Gotta
5.
rewatch the movie, man. It's so good.
It is.
Like I know,
I
I
don't have-
remember it, but
I don't
I'm
have a
just not
fault
a
with that
big.
movie.
I'm just not a big
I
Avengers.
didn't grow up with
Marvel
like
fan.
Marvel like that.
Yeah.
Well, we used to talk about this
I
all the
guess.
time, all day and night.
I just like Spider Man. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't really care for any superheroes
That's
other than
fair.
Spider Man and the CW Flash back in the day, but I don't care for it anymore.
All right, what's your guys' picks?
Damn, I don't know what to do. You kind of took the one I was leaning towards.
Right, so you
I could go with Ultron. I think
Yeah,
I
you
like
even have
Ultron
one
more
in
than the
mind.
first one,
I
to
have
be honest.
2 in mind.
I respect that. I'm
I
not
could
even
go
close
with
to that.
Are you gonna pick Guardians of the Galaxy?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, I won't pick it. I
Maybe.
won't pick it.
Maybe.
Yeah, Mike's movie is very limited. We gotta leave that for him. Hope I'm not too late.
There's just there's like a lot of good ones you could pick.
There is.
We spread it out, Bryce.
I'll go with Infinity War. First one.
Ooh.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That was
And
pretty
the
well.
hype around this movie when it came out was huge.
Great.
Wait, is that the one when Peter disappears into
Yeah.
dust? Okay.
They all disappear. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just making sure I'm getting it right. It kind of all blends together a little bit.
They blended a little bit. It's the same story.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I don't know what happened to which one.
Yeah.
I'll give it like. I can't give it higher than. I'll give
This
it an
movie's
8.
easily a 10 for me.
I'll give it an 8. I can't put that one higher than the last one because the foundation the last one built,
Mhm.
the first movie,
Yeah,
I
first
mean,
Avengers.
the first Avengers being the last one we talked about, built the foundation for all the other Avengers. So I can't give this higher than that.
It was
My
all leading up to Infinity War, and like Infinity War did it good. Like,
Yeah,
that was a
yeah.
great movie.
I'll give it a 9.
I like
Do you
that.
remember this one?
I do remember this one. There was like a ton of different Marvel characters in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was the Guardians in there?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
War was. a
Remember
big
when
character.
Chris Pratt like basically ruined the whole thing
Yeah.
because he like
What-
slapped him?
Yeah.
After he
I like
found out he
that
killed
part.
Gamora.
That part was cool. Yeah, I'll give that a 9.
Bryce?
I think that's a great
Ten?
movie. Yeah, it has to be a 10.
Any Marvel movies 10 to Bryce.
That's not true. If you say Thor: The Dark World, it's getting like a 3.
Any mainstream good Marvel movie.
That's a mainstream Marvel movie. If you say
is, yeah.
Iron Man 2, it's getting like a 7. Iron Man 3 is getting like a 6.
I agree with all of these.
Dude,
Yeah.
the Iron
agree
Man
with
trilogy
that.
was locked.
Also,
Also had nothing to do at the time. I was like in my room. And I had COVID, so I watched all three Iron Man movies in one day.
That's the
sounds like a locked day.
That was
All right, Mike.
All right. I'm not even gonna say the second one because it's just stupid. But my favorite superhero movie,
so. I know one in the
What
second
was
one.
the
now.
second one gonna be?
Dragon Ball Superhero.
That's not superhero.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
I'll count
You
it.
can say that for animated movies.
Yeah, whatever. But actually, it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
First one.
Yeah, the first one.
First
When the second one's good, third one's good. I think it might go 1, 3, 2.
Wow.
I don't hate that. I personally like 2 more, but I don't think any of them are bad movies at all.
Yeah,
I think
I've
I like
not
that
seen
rating.
it, though.
I think it might be. It might almost
Oh, wait,
be
no.
2, 1, 3.
wait, 2 is
That's my rating. That's my rating exactly.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2
2,
is
1,
a
3.
great movie.
2 is like the one where they're like in like the forest at the beginning and like Rocket's like cooking everyone.
Yeah.
Oh wait, and then
Yeah.
his dad is
His
like the
dad's the
creator.
bad guy. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
like a planet?
Okay,
It
yeah,
was
that
really
one was good.
That was really good.
It might just go 1, 2, 3 then, honestly.
I,
No, I like the part where they're like on that alien planet and it's like Earth kind of, but it's like not. And the third one,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
like,
oh,
yeah, like the
and they're
fake-
like
yeah,
they're
the
like
fake
animals.
Suburbia.
yeah, that was cool.
That was cool.
I like all 3 of them. They're all really good, but I don't know. Like once we started watching some Marvel movies here, like those are the ones I went home and like watched on my own.
Mhm.
I think we watched some of them here too, but I like rewatched them at home, and they were really good. I liked them a lot. I really like the characters. They're more of like a ragtag group. They're kind of more relatable
Yeah.
than the Avengers. They're kind of. I feel like they're more fun than the Avengers.
They are more fun.
And my favorite superhero
That's true.
is probably Chris Pratt,
What's his actual
Star Lord.
Here,
Bang. Yeah, so that's probably my favorite
It's a
superhero.
great movie. I'm gonna give that a 9. I think.
Okay.
I think there's definitely better superhero movies, but that one's definitely like one of the best.
Is it the best superhero trilogy? Probably is.
Avengers,
No, I think
Ultron,
Avengers.
Infinity War.
Well, that's a trilogy. But what about Endgame?
It's not a trilogy, but if we're saying like, I guess
That's
if
the
you
lead.
want just 3 movies, there
Yeah.
can't be a 4th. Maybe, probably the best trilogy of. Well, Spider-Man with
The
Tom
Venom
Holland
trilogy
is pretty
was
good.
buns. At least the third one. Was
Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home. Those are pretty good movies. I would definitely take.
I never saw the second Spider-Man in that one.
I thought you did.
They're in like Italy.
I know Magneto's in it.
No, it's,
I brought you
it's
to
not
the third
Magneto.
one. You thought saw the
It's
third one.
Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Oh yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, I would give the original Guardians of the Galaxy a 10 out of 10. I'm like, okay, listening to all of this, I'm gonna sound like a non very critical person, but like I'm a big superhero guy, and
He just loves Marvel.
the greatest Spider-Man adaptation. We listed like the greatest, like one of the probably the best soundtrack in a movie. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
Just vibes, and then like overall, Guardians of the Galaxy is a great movie. 10 out of 10. I don't have a fault with that movie.
Mhm.
I don't have a fault with the first Avengers. As a kid, it was like the thing.
Mhm.
You know, to me,
It was.
Avengers was like the coolest thing in the world. And Ultron was the sequel to that, and I liked Ultron a lot. I like Ultron's personality, like his. Wait, did I say Ultron? No, Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I like Infinity War. Thanos, like, elements, everybody coming together. Hype was real.
All right.
What's the next
I've
topic?
never seen any of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Are we picking one of these to be the?
Oh yeah.
Like
Do we want to pick
absolute
one to be the
best?
best?
The best.
Oh my god, it's hard.
Who's getting like the Oscar?
Okay, if I was to,
The
if
Oscar
we
of superhero
should we all
movies.
vote for one that isn't ours?
Sure, I
Is that
guess.
what we
It's
do
not
with the
really.
video game
kinda?
thing?
Okay,
Like-
we'll just.
We can just do it by category.
Just
Honestly.
vote.
Is the camera still going, guys?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can vote for yours if you really think.
Okay.
I don't know.
But no, I see not voting for my own because of course I'm gonna think.
Yeah,
of
we're all
my
gonna
own.
vote our own. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Vote for
That's
one
why
that's
we
not true.
picked it.
I'll start us. I'm gonna say Infinity War for my vote.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I was probably gonna say Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Okay, I think we got
and
our
I'll-
answer.
I'd pick probably Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hey,
That's fair.
Do I think?
Alright,
Do I
so-
think Guardians of the Galaxy? Do you think Guardians of the Galaxy is better than the first Avengers?
well, obviously not.
Well, you didn't say it. You don't
I
think so?
read that in mine. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is no. I think Avengers is still better.
I like that.
Okay,
Alright, so-
what's the next?
I think-
Great value superhero Oscar goes to
To
Avengers
Infinity War. Woo.
Greatest
Good movie. Good movie.
superhero movie ever.
Respectable.
Respectable.
Next thing was animated movie.
Animated
I-
movie.
I'll lead us off for this one again.
Animated.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did
think-
love
that's also.
So-
Yeah.
I did love the animation on the first one better personally, but I'm not trying to double up, even though it's basically doubling up. I do like how they swap up the animation style in the second movie
Like the
based
number
on
of
each
frames.
universe.
Yeah.
Dude, like
Yeah.
in the beginning, Gwen's universe, it wasn't like it kind of blurred together, but like in a beautiful way.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Miles' universe, they had that dot animation style, which we
Yeah,
all
yeah.
fell in love with the first movie.
Like that's a movie that's like an animation showcase.
It is.
Yeah, like the Spider Punk. He's animated in like
Yes.
a frame every 3 seconds or something.
Yeah, they
Versus like Miles it being in 2 or something
yeah,
like that.
exactly.
So
And like they
so cool.
like
It's crazy.
glitch perfectly, like they glitch it, but it would be.
How do they
it
do
would
that?
look good.
How do they animate the characters side by side in different like
It's
ratios?
different, like frames.
It's so cool.
Just like layer it well,
Yes.
and just like the color palettes they chose, is like dude, that opening scene of Gwen. Oh,
think
I'm
Gwen's
glazing.
face is so
I don't
cool.
even. I'll say it. I'm glazing. I'm glazing. I'm glazing.
Okay.
But dude, that opening scene in Gwen's universe when like the I don't know exactly what scene it was, but like they had like one color when her dad was feeling one way about her,
That was
and
so
then she
cool.
revealed herself as Spider-Man, and his whole color wave
That
changed.
was so
Yeah.
cool.
Dude, I gotta rewatch that.
It's like how in the first movie, before Miles is bitten by the spider, he has like purple waves because he's gonna become the Prowler, and then he gets bitten,
Oh,
and his waves go blue
Oh,
and
no,
red like
he still-
Spider-Man.
I thought he still got
Forget
bitten,
about
but like he wasn't set on Spider-Man yet. No,
Could be. I don't know when it happened, but like that's
because
still
like
cool.
he only had the waves because he was Spider-Man. It was the Spidey sense.
Mhm. Like, yeah, his like whole like end personality, how he's meant to be like switched because
Yeah.
of the spider. That was so cool.
And like even in the second one, like they included like the Lego scene. I thought that was silly.
Yeah,
Some kid, like some 14-year-old kid, did that all on his own. That Lego scene.
that's so cool.
And then they had like some real scenes in there.
I get so giddy talking about superhero movies.
Dude, I just Spider-Man for me. I just love Spider-Man. It doesn't help I have a Spider-Man shirt on.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Rating
10, of course.
First, like a 7.
7.
Seven.
Bro, okay.
That's insane.
I don't know. I feel like
You're
the-
giving it a C.
the whole trope of like, I don't know, you're gonna mess things up in another universe. That just like loses me. I don't know, and like all these like little like, oh yeah, when the color changes here, I don't know. I'm
It's
just not interested in.
Just don't care for movies.
I just don't really like
You don't care for
Spider-Man
the
that much.
story?
It's like
It's a good like, story's fine. It's just average to me.
the story is not average.
I just think it is.
Pretty
I think it's pretty trope. Like I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't love it.
You just
I don't
snoozed
hate
it when I took you. You just clearly didn't watch the movie.
I guess not. I don't remember no Lego scene. I don't know
What?
what you guys are talking.
So he like
They're just like a Lego character, like
a Lego
It's like
Spider-Man.
you know this. You know how like the main villain's the Spot, and he can like travel throughout all the universes.
Yeah,
Like at will. He like appears
Not
in
the
the
Spot.
like the Lego Spider-Man universe. He sees the Spot, and he calls like Spider-Man 2099, and he's like beep boop beep boop, and Lego.
is that
He
Mexican Spider-Man?
No,
yeah, that's Mexican spot. 2099 is Mexican.
Yeah.
Bad guy.
yeah. I think, no,
Miguel
Miguel O'Hara.
O'Hara.
But anyways, he and then the Lego Spider-Man calls 2099 Miguel, and he's like, he was spotted in my universe.
Yeah, and like a 14-year-old kid animated the whole thing.
That's kind of cool.
It's like a
It's in,
minute
like-
long, which isn't like like it isn't like really long, but like for a whole 14-year-old kid to get that much screen
Animation?
time on his
That's
own,
like so cool.
that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And he was able to do that because he animated the trailer.
He recreated
Yeah,
the
he
trailer
like
in
recreated
Lego.
the whole trailer in Lego.
Remember when they dropped the first trailer for Across the Spider-Verse?
No, I never.
Oh, I remember that. We watched that in class. That was so cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, and
You like came in and was like, dude, this came out of the trailer. And I was like, no way. I was like,
there was different versions of the movie with like subtle different animation changes.
oh, that's true. That's so cool.
Cole, what do you give it?
Oh, I think I'm gonna give it a 10. I think it has one of the best soundtracks in like any movie. It has the animation is beautiful, and
Like you gotta
it's just
rewatch
it's
it.
just a great.
Yeah, I don't know. what
It's so good.
Yeah,
And
the
I
part
like
band.
the story.
Let it touch you.
That right.
Let's not spread your wings like
Yeah.
this.
It also sets up the next movie perfectly.
Is that
Like,
Packet Yo? What is that?
What?
I don't know.
It's from some.
Yeah.
I think I just pulled that from somewhere.
I pulled the spread your wings from that movie. Dude, I can run you by like most of those movies seen by both of those
Yeah, I
movies
could
seen by
quote
scene.
so many movies.
Just
I
those
don't
two
even
for me.
know. I would give that movie probably a 9.5 to a 10, somewhere in there. It's a little bit better than the first one. I don't know if I could put it up there with Guardians of the Galaxy.
But it's not. It's a different category.
I know, but if I'm rating like on
No,
a
but based on the category. Based on the category.
10 out of 10.
Like you have
We skip,
Yeah, let's go Cola.
skip Cole.
Yeah.
What's your rating? Did you
No,
say-
Cole gave 10.
Yeah,
Gave 10? Okay.
Yeah. Mike,
Give
do
it
you have a favorite animated movie?
I do.
Say it.
You do.
Okay,
Is it
I
one of
don't
the
think
One
that.
Piece
I don't.
films?
No, I don't think the story. This movie, I don't think it has a particularly great story. I don't think it has particularly great animation either. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the animation style.
Okay.
However, growing
That's
up
great.
as a big Super Mario fan, the Mario movie is the movie that I enjoy the most. Because like I'm not good at objectively rating a movie. Like,
Dude,
like I don't know.
animated movies have some freaking heaters, man.
They
Sorry.
do.
Freaking
Go back to the Mario. I like the Mario movie. I think it's a
I
fun
don't,
movie.
I don't think it's the best. It's my favorite. I don't know.
I like-
that's
Because like
what it should be.
I don't think it's probably like a 7 out of 10 movie.
I was gonna give it I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
But like
That is
I
what
don't
I was thinking
I don't
before
know.
you said it.
But like all like the references to Mario, just like I don't know, playing Mario,
Yeah.
it made me really happy.
That's fair.
I changed it. I give it an 8. I went to go see it with one of my bestest friends.
Oh.
And I had a
Aww.
great experience, even though we missed the intro. I still had it was fun.
It was fun.
I just love spending time with my friends.
It's cute.
I think it's
That's
a pretty
very
funny
cute.
movie.
We
I
better
think.
not clip that.
some moments.
Mike is gonna clip that himself.
Great value podcast.
I give it an 8.
I'm teetering between a 6 or a 7. I think it was a fun movie. I think it was
Silly movie, goofy
Silly.
movie. Goofy
But it just,
movie's
like-
top tier movie.
part of I don't know, parts of it just didn't like hit
You're not
me.
a true Mario fan, like Mario Mike.
Mario Mike.
Yeah, I'm not Mario,
Mario Mike
Mike,
101.
Yeah. I don't like how Donkey Kong looks in that movie.
but yeah, Donkey Kong looks a little funky.
I don't like.
That
he
one
looks
scene where he like
There's no Diddy
grabs Mario
Kong.
and just starts going to town on him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pause.
I don't know. We need to free Diddy, bro. I don't know.
Oh my god, Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong, great Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong. He's not in Mario Kart. He's
Huh?
in the new Donkey Kong
Yes,
game. I don't know, but like, Over the Hedge is kind of close because that was
Over
like
the Hedge.
Over the Hedge being your favorite. It's not crazy.
'Cause I don't know.
It's a fun movie, but
It's
Yeah.
a funny movie.
I don't know. It was my favorite as
It's
a
a
kid.
good movie. I never watched it until that one night we watched it here.
he's only seen 2 animated movies and one of them is Over the Hedge, then that's fair.
And
I guess
Bryce does look like Bird from Over the Hedge.
that is true.
Dude, why are we putting that on
I've
the
never
internet?
seen the Mario movie, so I can't say anything about it.
That's fair. I also there's probably some anime movies I'm missing. Like the Janemba movie was cool.
Ooh, Ghibli.
Oh,
Ghibli
oh,
movies,
wait,
they all
Howl's
count.
Moving Castle?
You want to change it?
Standalone movie, Howl's Moving Castle, but
Sentimental value, Mario.
yeah, I do love Ghibli
Woo!
movies.
Come on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Kiki.
Nope.
Mine.
Is it a Ghibli?
Nope.
Really?
Interesting.
Stop motion film.
Oh.
Oh, is it that?
I know it.
It's
I've never
Wait.
seen that one, but I kind of want to.
It's Rango.
Nope.
Wait, is Rango
It's gonna be a
stop
10 out
motion?
of 10. It's gonna be 10 out of 10.
Is Rango even stop motion?
I might have
That's stupid.
cooked myself by saying it's not is.
I think it is.
How do you know too?
I think I know what movie he's talking about.
Am I stupid?
Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, finish with the Mario movie. I think it's fun. I'm gonna rate it a 6 out of 10.
Would you rate Howl's Moving Castle?
Oh, you're switching house?
No, I'm just saying, what would you rate it?
9, 9.5, somewhere in there. Howl's Moving Castle is probably my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. It's great
the music in
animation.
it?
Music's
Oh my
great.
God.
Story's great.
listen
I
to
love
that music
the
every
romance
day.
between the two of them.
I've never rewatched
I'm a
it.
real
I watched
sucker
it-
for romance these days.
I started watching Howl's Moving Castle in class one day. Dude, Mary was sitting behind me, and she's like, "Were you watching Howl's Moving Castle?"
Great.
But I couldn't get behind it because, like, I think I was in class. So I
Yeah,
got
it's
to
kind
watch
of a
it at some
weird
point.
movie.
It is
It
weird.
is.
It's hard to follow.
You want to know a harder one to follow? What's that? I forget the name of the new one.
Boy
The,
and the Heron.
Yeah, The Boy and the
I
Heron.
haven't seen it. I
That was a
should- I wanna
good,
watch
that was
it.
a fire
haven't
movie,
seen
but
it.
it was really confusing to follow.
So good.
It
Sorry.
all made sense at the very end.
All right, what's your pick, Bryce?
We're moving on. All right. My pick is Fantastic Mr. Fox.
That's what I
Oh,
thought.
I thought it was a different one.
Absolutely.
I thought it was like this, like, you know, the one where it's like that kid and he has like a, I don't know, it's very like red.
Oh, Isle of Dogs.
No.
Red.
It's like this like
Is that
karate
Halloween
guy.
movie?
No, it's a stop. Let me find it.
I have not seen Fantastic Mr. Fox, so I can't rate
I
this.
thought
thing.
You've got to watch Fantastic
haven't
Mr.
seen that.
Fox.
It's really good.
It's
We have the right 40 phone still
If
It's only at nighttime.
locked.
Flushed
It's
Away
already
is a
out.
stop motion film.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that
it's
looks
like- it's
that
like-
looks
It's
great.
like claymation.
That looks great for
Yeah.
stop motion.
This one,
Kubo.
Kubo. Yeah, Kubo.
Kubo. I've seen Kubo. Kubo's a good movie.
It's like
But
this one.
A lot of good
Fantastic
stop motion.
Mr.
Oh, I've seen other
Fox.
ones.
I could go on and on. I've seen
What
this
is it
movie.
about?
It's about Mr. Fox.
Okay,
He
Is it fantastic?
might be.
he
I hope
works as like a newspaper writer in like for like the like animal community in their area, and he like is sick of it, and he robs from like the 3 biggest farmers in the area and steals everything they got basically, and then they come after him and his family and like blow up his house. There's so much to the movie. It's so great. If you haven't seen Fantastic Mr. Fox, it's something you gotta watch. There's so many great animated movies though. I thought about Spirited Away, Porco Rosso, even like Pixar movies, Cars, Toy Story.
Oh,
Like
Cars
those are
Cars 2.
those
Cars 2 is the
are
best Cars.
all amazing movies. Yeah, animated movies, special place.
I gotta quick agree or disagree here.
Okay,
Oh no.
moving on.
Cars 2 is the best Cars movie.
It's not.
Out of the three.
It's not. It's the
We
most.
don't have time to discuss this.
It's the most fun, but it's not the best.
Just quickly, no discussion. Agree or disagree.
Agree.
Agree.
Disagree.
Anyways, Cole,
Uh,
who are you rating Bryce's movie Fantastic
like I
Mr.
said, I
Fox?
was gonna rate it a 10 out of 10, but I think there is stop motion movies that I would put above Fantastic. Mr.
Really?
Fox.
What?
I think I would say like Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's a-
No.
I hate that movie.
That's such a
What do you
classic.
hate that
film.
movie.
I hate that movie.
What do you mean?
That movie sucks.
How?
It's horrible.
How?
It's horrible.
How
It's the most overrated movie of all time.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
It's a good movie.
It's horrible.
Okay, give me why.
The characters are ugly and scary. I hate them.
You're just a
I agree.
child.
I agree.
Okay.
How are you still scared of him? You are almost 19
Okay,
years
yeah.
old.
The guy
It's
in the
made by like
electric.
Tim Burton,
Yeah,
so like it's gonna be
he's
like
a freak.
scary.
I don't like him. The character in like that mobility scooter. That's like the dad to the
Yeah,
lady.
what about him?
He is the most terrifying character.
You know,
Never conceived.
Mike, you are almost 19 years old. How are you? I get being scared of them as a child, but how are you
Like-
still scared of them?
It lingers within you. I don't know.
think I would
It's not a
agree
good
that it's
movie.
an overrated movie,
The
but it's
singing is fine.
definitely not the
overrated.
most. I would give
It's
The
overrated.
Nightmare Before
Finally
Christmas
told.
like a 7,
It's a good
like a
movie.
7,
this-
5, and
It's
8.
properly rated.
No, I give it like a
What's
7,
that?
5.
I think if
It's just-
Nightmare Before Christmas
It's like a
is
musical.
like a 10,
Yeah, it's like a musical.
it's like a Disney movie.
I don't
Disney
think
movies
it's a
are like-
10 out of 10 in
It's
any like.
not.
I think it's a 10 out of 10.
I don't
They
really
seem to
know.
be
if
Dude,
it's-
Rotten Tomatoes 95.
I don't
Like
think it has a
animated
good
movie
story.
scales.
No, it doesn't have a good story. It doesn't have a single story.
What do you mean? There's
They
no
just-
story.
They sing about like the boogeyman, and then they're in Christmas land. It's
It's
stupid.
not the
There's-
story.
Yes, it is. It's stupid.
I don't know.
You
But
don't.
the
bad.
You can't
stories-
talk about the story because you don't even watch it because you're
The
scared
story
of it.
is that
I have
he
seen
gets tired of Halloween, and then like he wants to like do something else, but then he realizes that, like he wants to like make Christmas.
We're comparing
Maybe,
it to
like,
Fantastic Mr.
Kidnap
Fox.
Santa and stuff. It's a good movie.
It was a top tier movie.
Fantastic Mr. Fox is in like
That's
is
great.
the top 5
No, that
greatest
movie-
movies
that
I've ever
movie was
seen.
made to sell sweatpants to
I'm-
weirdos.
Okay,
I'm-
that's fair.
I'm putting
Yes, it
Fantastic Mr. Fox over Guardians of the
My
Galaxy.
topic
I'm
was not
putting it
made
over
before Nightmare
and
Before
that's
Christmas,
fair,
Mike.
but I'm not.
Fantastic Mr. Fox is
I
one of the
think
greatest things I've ever
Fantastic
seen.
Mr. Fox is a 9 out of 10.
That's fine. The 9 out of 10 is a
I'm
good
gonna
rating.
put Nightmare Before Christmas that.
Okay.
I have not
I've
seen
been
it, so I
putting,
can't
like-
rank it.
I'm gonna put like Chicken Run above.
Oh, I'm leaving. Chicken Run. Chicken Jockey.
Chicken Run!
Chicken Run is goated.
That's Chicken
Are we talking about the same movie? Are we talking about Chicken Run?
What the hell is Chicken Run? Well,
Was
I'm
that the
thinking of-
one by like the Wallace and Gromit guy?
Yeah.
Chicken Run?
Like Chicken Run.
Chicken Run sucks. What's wrong with Chicken Run?
Chicken Run! We're talking about Fantastic Mr. Fox!
I don't like Wallace and Gromit, but Chicken Run, that's a lie.
Chicken Run is a good movie.
I still looks like chicken.
It's
Because they're British and they're
oh my
weird.
gosh. Wallace and Gromit is
Also, Gromit is good.
Wallace
Dude,
and Gromit
like,
is a great
like Gromit.
It's
But
so
I
funny.
I might have flushed away
See the
above
resemblance
Fantastic
between
Mr.
rice
Fox.
and chicken?
That's not even crazy.
He's Fern.
Flushed
not
Away
Chicken.
was a great
No, you know
movie.
what's
Flushed Away is a great movie.
Flushed Away is actually like one of the most underrated.
Flushed Away is
movies
like an
of all
8.5,
time.
It's
9.
horrible.
Flushed Away is like an
Flushed Away is
8.5,
You were
9
just scared
out
of
of 10.
Flushed Away too.
But
No, it
like,
wasn't.
it's
I think Mike-
Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's just on its own pedestal.
We can move on now.
I think Mike is just doesn't like movies because he was scared of all these different movies as a child.
Did we all say our anime movie? I think so.
Yeah.
Wait, what was
We
yours
did-
again, Cole?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't do
So
yours.
I have to say one. What was? Oh, mine was gonna be. It was like
Lilo and Stitch. Can we quickly talk about Lilo and Stitch? I love Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, Mulan.
10 out of 10
I
movie.
like Mulan too. Mulan's actually
Moving on.
Mulan's.
there's a lot of good anime
Mulan's good.
movies.
Anime movies are so peak.
Yes.
This is one of my favorites as a child, and it's How to Train Your Dragon.
Locked.
Oh,
I
Locked.
think,
That's
this is like 10 out of
Locked.
10. Like the first one is just amazing. The story's great.
I think it peaked.
Is it crazy to say the second one's better?
No, it definitely
It's
is.
actually crazy. To say
That is crazy to say.
Is it crazy to say the second one's better?
Whenever they
I
added in
remember
that
the second
white
one.
dragon, that's when it's. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't like the second.
White one?
Like the second one's
That's
still
Mike kind of
good.
reminds me of the white
No.
one.
Oh, that's the white.
Or like when they go to like
Toothless.
Dragon Island.
Who is when like
They find like his mom.
they find the big ice one?
Yeah, I
his
didn't like-
dad dies.
I don't think as much.
That's a 10
It's
out
not
of
as good as
10.
the
I
first
think
one.
I think the first one's great
It is.
I love the first one, but the second one's better.
because he like trains like Toothless and everything throughout the
Yeah.
movie, and he's like dealing with the fact that his father wants to kill the dragon.
Yeah.
it's a great story.
Great story.
It's the best one.
Then you take
So
that,
cool.
and then you take his father's acceptance, and then you rip it away because he dies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Spoiler alert.
Just how did you-
The movie's been out for how long? I'll give it. Can't give it more than Spider-Man. I can't. I'll give it a 9 though. I'll give it a solid 9.
Yeah, that's
Fair.
How to Train Your Dragon is a 9.
Yeah.
Compared to Spider-Man, it's not the same, but it's a fire
I
movie.
think it's the best DreamWorks movie ever made.
Shrek,
I think it is.
Megamind.
Shrek?
I think
If we're
I think
being
it's
real,
above-
Shrek is a 6
Shrek-
out of 10. Shrek's story, Shrek is the most mid movie
Yeah,
I've
Shrek is
ever
great.
seen.
Shrek is locked.
It's actually like
It's a
fucking
good-
really.
The first one
overrated.
is good.
The second one.
It's like it's
Or
and like
it's
the little
horrible.
backstory to like how it started was kind of endearing.
I think
But, like-
people just like love it because of like the dumb humor.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they're like trying to like force it now with like the new one that's coming out. That's gonna be
Yeah,
the
the new
worst
one's gonna be
movie ever.
It's,
That's gonna be horrible.
Megamind's
Like,
good,
do
but
worse
it doesn't
than that.
compare. to-
Megamind's better than Shrek.
yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
100%.
It doesn't.
Megamind was a good movie.
Megamind's
Top
really good.
3 DreamWorks movies are How to Train Your Dragon, Kung Fu Panda, and Megamind.
I like that.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
fair.
that's
I
not
like it.
wrong to say.
I like
I
that.
can't even.
You
think
can't
of
argue
other
that.
DreamWorks
Close 4
movies.
is probably Madagascar.
Oh,
Wait.
I might have to change that with
Wait.
penguins Penguins of Madagascar.
What are you Penguins of Madagascar over
Wait.
Madagascar?
Oh my god.
Yes, I am.
How could I forget about the Oh my.
Penguins of Madagascar over Madagascar. Is that crazy to say?
It is horrible to say.
Yeah,
Is that
it
crazy
is.
to say?
Horrible.
It is.
Yeah, I don't think you can put Penguins above.
Penguins is like a good, funny movie, but it's not like
Bro, the
great.
I had that
I'm not
trilogy
putting
on
Megamind in
DVD.
top three.
No, you're
Dude,
swapping
the-
Megamind with Madagascar.
first
I'm
circus
fine
fight-
with
I'm
that.
gonna do Madagascar 2.
I like the
Kung Fu Panda
circus
3.
one. I like the
Kung Fu
circus
Panda.
Madagascar.
Kung Fu Panda 1.
And then the Africa
You're putting Kung Fu Panda over How to
Madagascar.
Train Your Dragon?
No, How to Train Your Dragon 1.
1.
Oh yeah, Kung Fu Panda 3. I thought
Three.
you meant like Kung Fu Panda 3.
Oh, okay.
I think
That's not valid. That's valid to say for the top 3 DreamWorks.
my top 3 DreamWorks might best be Madagascar 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that is
Bro.
wild to say.
I watched.
Three's a little crazy, but
Is that the circus one?
yeah.
I love the circus
The circus
one.
one. The circus one was locked.
I don't like the circus.
That-
one as
that-
much.
that-
All of them are great
The
movies.
circus
And
ever.
then,
great.
and then they play fireworks
You remember this so well.
because I watched it so much as a kid. I had all
No,
3
that's
on
valid.
DVD.
Dude, I remember watching.
I think it goes 1, 3, 2 for those movies. That's-
Dude, I remember the camera die.
it is very high.
Very hot.
Super.
You're like Riley.
Okay, we're just gonna continue while Bryce is turning the fan on. But dude, I had the third one, at least I know for a fact, on
I had the
DVD.
box set.
And I remember watching it in my minivan on like long car rides to like Universal or something. And it'd just be like Afro Circus on repeat, and my parents would be so upset.
I guess.
Right, I had all the How to Train Your Dragon toys.
Yeah, I had a ton of
It's
them.
a sword. I've talked about the sword on the podcast
Yeah.
before. Got it from Walmart.
That's a lot.
I think I almost stole it, and then my
Animated
parents made me
movies are so
walk it back
crazy
in.
because you
So
can
good.
include
Yeah, because there's so many different
Ghibli
genres.
with Pixar, with DreamWorks, with
Yeah,
like,
Sony.
we might
So
need
the-
to
with
split
Sony
it up.
just has
with,
Spider-Man, though.
with like Dragon Ball. Like it does. Like there's-
Yeah, and I think animated was way too broad of a
could
category.
be.
No, we had some fire picks on that.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
We have to pick one of these to be the.
Yeah,
and we
do.
can't vote our own.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fantastic Mr. Fox, How to Train Your Dragon. What's your pick again?
Mario.
Mario.
Mario, yeah.
Across the
and
Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Not yours, right?
How to Train Your Dragon.
I gotta go How to Train Your Dragon.
I'll choose
Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa.
wait, we have a
Unprecedented.
Okay,
Wait,
tie.
'Cause I-
argue your point. Argue your point. Start. You start. Cole.
I don't think you're gonna swap, and I don't think Mike's gonna swap.
I'm easily swappable here.
I
I'm
don't know.
easily swappable.
I think How to Train Your Dragon just has like a better story than
I think it
Across the
does.
Spiders.
I don't think
Like
that's
Across the
crazy.
Spider-Verse is like probably the most beautiful animation out of like anime
Ever made, probably.
There's like so many different animation styles within it.
I think
I
it's
think
sloppy.
for like
Bro, he's just helping me out.
You think it's sloppy?
I think it does.
Take that back.
I
Take it
don't-
back. Take
You're
it back.
wa- were you
I
watching
still
this?
agree.
I think
Across
it's just
the
too much.
Spider-Verse
I
is
think
the
it's
No,
opposite
you
of
just
sloppy.
haven't. You don't remember it, Mike.
No, and I'm thinking of like the first one too. I don't know. That whole style is
So-
kind of.
It's
What?
not sloppy
That's
at
a little
all.
weird.
Like,
But
Halftone is
yeah,
not
if you want
sloppy.
to, if you want to take like the best animation, like in that sense, then yeah, Across the Spider-Verse would win. But How to Train Your Dragon wins on story and like characters.
So broad.
Yeah.
Let me
and
go.
that's like
let
a
me,
half of a story.
Let me go.
Thank you.
But
And,
this
it's like it's like unique. I don't know.
It is unique.
I think Across the Spider-Verse, you could argue it's unique as well, to an extent. It kind of, I mean, kind of is, but like the animation is beautiful. Cole said it himself. It's better than How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
The
They're
soundtrack
like 20
is,
years apart.
Soundtrack's
Sorry,
better. And
but the like,
Soundtrack and How to Train has some.
it is
Some good
great.
themes.
It is great. The main
But
theme.
you're
is
not
great.
putting that on your, but you're not putting it on your playlist.
That song's fine.
But you're not putting that on your
I
playlist.
would put that over.
You're not.
That's right.
Mike doesn't count.
I think
Mike has Splatoon and Guilty Gear music as his only playlist.
Fire.
Yeah.
But the soundtrack's better. The animation's better. It's got a great story. There's a lot of character development throughout the story. I mean, there probably is in How to Train Your Dragon too. I don't.
Definitely is, but
Definitely is.
they both have
Hmm.
they both have like probably perfect character development.
They do.
They're both great in their own way. So you're not moving, right?
Mike's-
So what's your vote, him?
What?
Your vote's How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Then I guess we just have to give it to How to Train Your Dragon.
No, you don't. We could just split
Yeah, we
this.
could just do a tie, I guess.
We could just do a tie.
Okay, we'll do a
Because
tie.
Unless you want
Mike
to
is
switch.
just biased.
Leave it up to the viewers.
Cole, okay, now Cole, what would you vote? Would you truly vote How to Train
I
Your
would
Dragon?
truly vote How to Train Your Dragon.
That's fair. I don't think Mike just needs to
I'm
rewatch
voting
Across the
Fantastic
Spider-Verse.
Mr. Fox. I think everybody should watch Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's not even like an unpopular movie. It's just
I just haven't watched it myself.
there's just so much. It's just such a good movie.
Okay,
There's the
real quick.
kid. Oh, and how his kid wants to be like him, but he's not, and he's jealous of his cousin. Oh
do you know
my
what he's talking
goodness,
about?
that's a side story.
In Fantastic Mr. Fox.
It's not really a side story. It's like his kid wants to be more like him, but he's like unathletic, and his cousin is like just like him, just like. the dad.
Oh, he's like the Miss Fantastic
Mhm.
Fox.
He's like Mr. Fantastic. Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Great Value over here. So we got one more category. Genre. That's the word.
Genre.
One more genre to do.
Let's hit the hour mark, so we're gonna stop it at one more genre. If you want us to do another one of these, let us know.
Part
Come up
2 in
with
the
more
future.
genres.
Yeah.
We could really milk this.
Yeah.
Really could. There's a lot more categories to movies.
Specific genres you want to see, leave the genres in the comments.
If you want us to do like top 3, if you want us to just deep dive into a certain category of movies, we can as well.
If you want to just do it like our very first episode, that was our first episode, right?
Yeah,
did
where
the
we
tier
rank
list.
the
Tier list.
video
Where
games,
made
we
the
could do
game
that.
Tier list. We could do that again with movies.
Top 3 movies would like make me want to kill myself.
Yeah,
I would-
I don't know.
I
don't
could not.
think
I
we
couldn't
do
do
that.
it. I
I
couldn't
could
do
give
it.
you a 1.
I don't know.
I think this is a better way to do it.
I could.
think it's
I
the
could
best
do
way
it.
to do it
I
by-
could do a
by
1,
category.
but I couldn't give you a top
I
3
don't know.
movie.
I don't know.
Mike, yours is
You don't have
Mario,
3 to
Sonic,
name?
and
I
Does
have
Sonic
like
count
18
as
I
an
could name.
animated movie?
I
Yeah.
couldn't go.
I
with
Oh,
have
I
top.
3
don't know.
tops I can name.
I couldn't give it to 3. I couldn't bring it down to 3.
well, that's good because you don't have to.
All right. What's
Next
our
genre?
final
What's our last genre?
category?
Final genre is sci-fi. Just to
Bye.
I got
put the
two.
bow on the present.
I got 2 here.
Science fiction.
2. We're allowing
Hunger
2.
Games.
Okay.
I know I have 2 because I have a feeling one of you two is going
Well,
to.
don't you go first?
All right.
No, I'll let them go first
Okay.
because I have a
Okay,
good
backup.
second that
Alright,
I
now,
feel
am I going
confident in being
Yeah.
close to my 1.
First, then, since he doesn't want to go, he
Yeah,
wants to go
sure.
last. I will take Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Wait, no, whoa! I said the wrong name.
It's okay. Last episode we were talking about
Star Wars
Godric
Episode 3,
as
Revenge of the
Godfrey
Sith.
for the entire time we were talking about him.
What do you say?
We're talking about Godric, and we called him Godfrey.
That's a callback.
Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Sorry,
Revenge
Yeah, you
of the
said it right.
Sith.
I did say it
Wait,
right.
what happens in
Yeah.
that one?
Geeking out in my head.
What happens in
Um,
that one again?
Anakin turns evil.
Oh, it's
He
that.
fights
one.
Kenobi. He Mace Windu fights Palpatine.
I
Anakin
don't
comes in and
remember
kills
half of
Mace Windu.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of nerd.
Final showdown.
Great.
And
Yoda fights
Becomes-
Palpatine.
becomes Darth Vader at the end of it.
Dude, I think
Order
Bryce is just, like,
66.
kind of nerd.
Order
There is.
66.
Order 66.
Okay. All right.
Geeking out over here.
Calm down,
Alright.
buddy.
Star Wars. You could say that the prequels suck. and I'd be all right with that. But
Nah, I wouldn't be all right with that.
I don't
I'd be
really.
all right with that.
I completely disagree. But if you think that they're just not as good as the originals, then that's fine. But I like Hayden Christensen. I like the guy who plays Obi-Wan. I'm forgetting his name right now. I like Samuel L. Jackson. I like Yoda. I like
Fire actor.
everything about the movies. I don't think I have a fault. Even Padme is cool, man. I like her.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fault with the movies, and I like Padme. Yeah, I'm giving that probably just a 9 though. Yeah,
What are you
I'm not giving it a 10. Maybe like a 9.5. Yeah, I'd put it on the same level as Into the Spider-Verse. A 9.5.
For movies in general, Revenge of the Sith.
for sci-fi movies.
Sci-fi movies.
So, grading on
Oh,
1 to 10
just
scale.
just
in
sci-fi
just
movies is a
sci-fi
10.
movies.
Yeah, just sci-fi.
Just
This-
sci-fi is
yeah,
a
we're
10.
doing just
I think
sci-fi.
I give it a 9 in sci-fi movies.
Okay.
There's a lot of better ones, but that one's like one of the best Star Wars movies and definitely great.
Okay, well, I was never into Star Wars. Never really watched Star Wars. I know some of these characters. I don't know. I respect Star Wars. I think it's cool. I like lightsabers. I'll give it an 8 out of respect.
This movie might have the best lightsaber battle.
It does.
in the whole
It does.
series. Like,
7 through 9 have shit lightsaber battles. I'll stand on it.
they do.
Isn't that one Disney?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what the Disney.
Disney's buns.
I have not seen it. I'm not that kind of nerd. I'm not a Star Wars nerd.
Okay.
But I can
I'm
respect.
every type of nerd,
Yeah, we know. Sorry.
and I'm still best in here at basketball and skiing.
That's not even true, but
It is true.
That's not true.
It is
the
true.
skiing, sure.
We'll give
Shut
you
up! You're the
skiing.
worst.
We'll give you skiing.
I beat Bryce in 1v1.
I can beat Bryson in 1v1.
Yeah.
I don't think you. I think we've done it before, and I beat you.
I
think we've done it before.
I think I beat you more times than you beat me.
Could be close.
I probably hit more.
But I'm
trees.
definitely better than him.
No,
We're
you're
both
not.
definitely better than him.
Yeah, that's
Both better
We're
than me.
both,
I'm
we're
better
both
than
better
you.
than. No, that's not
I
true at
never
all.
tried.
Bryce is
I don't
better
try
than you.
either. I play basketball because it's fun.
Yeah, me too. I'm more athletic
but
than you, though.
No, you're
Yes,
not.
I am.
No, you're not. I was a
Yes.
4-sport
No,
athlete.
I think Bryce.
I was a
is doing
4-sport
that.
athlete.
I
I'm more
was-
athletic than you.
No, you're just because you played more doesn't mean you're more athletic.
But I was better than you at
No,
all
it
of them
wasn't.
except for
Well,
baseball.
but he's better at the sport.
Yeah.
I'm better than you at basketball. I'll stand on
You're
that.
not. You're not.
I'm better at you.
You're not.
I'm better than you at baseball. Easy.
Okay.
You're
You
better
can't
than
deny
me.
that.
You're
It's a
better than
random
me
argument.
at pitching and
we need like
hitting.
a video.
And
of
arguably
1v1.
fielding, I might be better than you.
No, you're not.
You miss hella things at
You
fielding,
did too.
but
You missed one. I just had more opportunities because I played more.
it's true. I did miss a lot of games.
Yeah.
But
And I'd argue I'm better at like any sport we would pick up. I'd be better than you.
I don't think so.
he's just rage baiting at this point.
No,
All right.
He is.
Cole,
What-
you
what-
were there. No,
what?
Cole, you were there when we played volleyball for those 2 days.
Yeah,
I was
you're right
Volleyball
at
about
that.
at college at the
No.
UNR campus. Is that what we're talking
No,
about?
Miss J.
in high school.
I wasn't there.
I was like
It was like,
locked
yeah, it was
though.
like-
we were better than
that was
we were
good.
better than the actual volleyball team.
Oh yeah, because our team
Yeah.
sucked.
Yeah, but
What are you rating?
7.
7.
7.
How did we get to athletics from that? That was
Because-
I really you said that kind of nerd,
You-
and
you-
then
you
you
kinda
brought it up.
right?
That's
I
a
did,
great
yeah.
clip.
Okay. I'm putting Jurassic Park.
I liked it.
I like that.
You know,
That's a good
Good
pick.
one.
It's the best
You can't
movie
hate that.
ever made. Definitely my favorite movie.
I like Jurassic Park a lot.
Best soundtrack in any movie made by John
Dun,
Williams.
dun.
Like best like if you're not taking like regular songs, like it's best
Like
original
actual,
soundtrack.
yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
That's
the,
fair.
the freaking the effects still hold up to today. Like the CGI effects for the dinosaurs are probably better than most movies today. Like the scene where the T-Rex breaks out of the cage is so good. And then there's so many quotes in it too. Like hold on to your butts. Spare no expense. I think it's the best movie of all time and definitely the best sci-fi movie.
I agree with Cole.
I don't think it's the best sci-fi movie.
I don't think so.
I think it's good, obviously.
You do not like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I give it a
Love
9.
dinosaurs.
I give it a
That's
9.
I was a big
I haven't
dinosaur
seen
kid.
it in a long
It's the
time.
only dinosaur movie though.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it, but like you can't say it's the best one. It's like the only. Like,
It is the
It
best.
can,
though.
it is.
It's. I mean, it is, but there's nothing. There's nothing competing for it.
Yeah, but I don't think anything could compete for it. I don't know.
It's like
It's just-
saying you're the
it's so
strongest person in your home gym. That's like,
No. It's,
yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely.
Don't get me wrong. It's an
Yeah, like-
incredible sci-fi film, but like,
To me, like the best cast in that movie.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
cast
great
is
cast.
good.
One of the best directors of all time.
wait, that's
And-
Spielberg.
and, like-
Spielberg did that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best,
Should be the best of all time.
composer of all time.
Yeah, it gives you.
Should be the
It's,
best
it has
movie of
such
all
like a like mysterious like feeling when you. I don't know. It just like gives off such like a unique feeling.
It does
I
have
don't
like
It
a horror
does.
vibe to it a little
Yeah.
bit too.
It's a great movie.
It's great.
I give it
Very
a
good
9.
movie.
I give it a 10.
Yeah, well, that was gonna be your pick.
Probably. It's
Probably
up there.
was. I don't even know what
9.
you pick now,
I
Mike.
give it 11.
You can't do that.
I like that.
We let it roll.
My
All
turn.
right, Mike, what do we-
For
what do
the
we-
sci-fi movie I'm picking Godzilla -1. That movie is fire.
Have you seen that?
Oh,
Yeah, have I seen
I
that?
hated this.
Was that the
Well,
one you went to and then they threw the popcorn?
No.
I thought you went to that with
I'd love
like
to
half
s-
of our team.
No, that was-
It's not like
Godzilla.
super
And King Kong.
focused on Godzilla. It's like focused on like this one guy, but like
Yeah.
I love his story. I don't know. It's so
It's
cute.
focused on the one guy and the woman.
And the woman that he like doesn't
Yeah.
marry, but like he does marry.
Yeah.
And then he thinks that she dies, but she doesn't
She
die.
doesn't actually die. She's just
Yeah.
in the hospital.
I really like that movie. That movie, I don't know. I haven't seen too many
There's
sci-fi movies.
sci-fi movies.
I don't think it's the best, but I don't know. I really like it. I can't think of any other
What
ones.
are you rating?
I really liked it. I'll give it like a 8.5 or a 9.
Okay.
I also like the ending half of Predator. I watched that with my dad because it was like on like cable.
Predator's
The
a
first
great
one?
movie.
Yeah, with like
But it's a
Arnold.
great movie.
Arnold,
Mhm.
and then my dad's like,
I don't
"Hey,
think
buddy,
Arnold's
wanna sit down?" Yes, he is.
in that. Well, Predator?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah,
Yeah. Are you stupid?
Wait, is he?
yeah.
Yes.
He's like the main guy. I watched like the second half of it with my dad. He's like, "Hey, buddy,
Yeah,
do you
he
want to
is.
watch this with me?" I'm like,
Oh,
"Yeah, sure."
It's like the quote says. I forget.
Get to this chopper. Wrong movie, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
still says that.
There's a different quote.
That movie was fun. But yeah,
I haven't watched that one, so I can't-
Godzilla's cool.
so I can't really say anything. Cole, what would you give that?
I did watch this movie.
His like fishing buddies, his fishing buddies.
No, that was
And they're like, marry that girl. You gotta marry that girl. And then she dies.
they're kind of funny.
They're so cool. And there's like the
Focus on,
scientist
like,
guy.
the human aspect of it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I went into it like super excited.
That's it.
I heard this was like, oh, it's the best Godzilla movie of all time, best like kaiju movie of all time.
It is the highest
The
rated.
kaiju movies are like super cool.
Yeah,
I was kind of disappointed.
I really.
I thought there was like some really boring parts of the movie,
That's fair.
especially when you just get into like the human part. And,
Like when he like gets like that village and it's like
yeah,
I don't know.
like you can get emotional and stuff, but I just want to see like Godzilla.
Yeah.
on
I haven't
the
seen
stage.
any of like the Godzilla and King Kong movies.
Oh really?
I haven't seen any of those.
Oh, like Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those. I don't even think I've seen King Kong or whatever. No, I have. Isn't there one with like The Rock? No.
The Rock.
No, I'm thinking of Jumanji. No, I've seen one of the.
All the jungle movies blurring together.
No, I saw one for like my movie class in high
Jungle
school.
movies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jungle movies. I saw one King Kong. It had some guy in it. I don't know, but I like Godzilla minus one. That movie's fun.
I think I'll give it a 6.
Six.
I
That
could
movie was
easily
fine.
rate it lower, but I thought for the,
The
most
characters
part,
were so cool.
it was a boring. It was boring Godzilla. Movie.
How do you give -1 way higher than Across the Spider-Verse?
He gave it a 6.
You,
I liked it better than Across the Spider because Godzilla's cool,
It's crazy.
Spider-Man,
and I like
That's
the
fair.
I don't know I like the little Japanese guy more than
I think
Spider-Man.
like the
Penny Parker.
I don't
the
like that
Godzilla
part.
from like the 2000s
That's like a 12-year-old.
is way better than Godzilla minus one.
I haven't. I don't think I've seen the other Godzilla movie.
Okay,
I want to watch the 2016 one. I might watch that.
Well, I have that one in
that might be the
DVD.
one I'm thinking of.
I think.
Yeah, that's like the second most highest rated one. I just watched the trailer for that.
Watch the
Couple months
newest
ago.
one with Godzilla and King Kong, where they like are kind of working together.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of this.
It's alright movie. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's cool. Kaiju's are cool, but
I just like Godzilla.
I've never seen that movie, so I don't know. I can't really rate it.
It's like, yeah, it's not really focused on Godzilla too much. It starts with
It's
like
not.
this kamikaze pilot. That's a good story. It starts with a kamikaze pilot. And he's
Bro,
too
said it
scared.
with my
that
grandma for a
part?
second.
And then he doesn't,
yeah,
and he's too scared to kamikaze, right? So he lands on this island, saying that his plane is broken.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like, "Oh, I can't kamikaze because my plane's not working right." And then they fix it. He's there for a couple days, and like, "Oh, we can't really find anything wrong with it." Godzilla shows up, okay, kills basically everyone on that island, and then he was in a position where like he could like get to his fighter plane, and he was supposed to like mow him down, but like he was too scared to do that. And then so he like hid. A bunch of people died. He's like super like guilty, and then he goes to like this island, and he meets like this woman, and she has like a kid, and she can't like feed the kid because she doesn't have money. And then like he's like starts like helping her look after the kid, and then they like move in together. He gets like a nice job,
You don't have to summarize the whole movie.
dude. He gets like a nice job, and then Godzilla keeps showing up. He's like, I know what Godzilla is. We gotta freaking, and he's like super scared. He has like a bunch of PTSD, and then eventually in the end, does he? No, he doesn't sacrifice himself, but he kind of does.
You like
Like his plan
because
was to
someone
like suicide
installed-
bomb.
the engineer like installed like a parachute.
Yeah.
He
But,
didn't
like,
have to kamikaze.
Yeah, he like went back to the mechanic from the island because he.
Why
lived-
did he have to do that though?
I don't know.
There was only one engineer that could fix this.
Yeah,
one
he
or
wanted
whatever.
that guy. I don't know. It was like
Then he randomly sent like notes out and was able to find the one engineer from the island.
yeah, and then he gets his plane suited up to kamikaze, freaking Godzilla. It goes in his mouth, but he like jumps out last second, kills Godzilla, and then the whole world is saved. And then he learns that his wife, lady, who he wasn't married to, was actually alive. Who he thought died to Godzilla earlier in the movie, but she was actually alive.
Sounds,
It's a nice-
sounds cool.
It has like
Sounds
a nice
cool.
little happy ending. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Some of the characters
Sounds
are-
good. I give it a 1.
Some of it is like a little,
Minus one.
little
Yeah,
forced,
my
Godzilla minus
a little
one.
forced like character development.
No, I don't think it's for. He
Is it
has like
like-
some fun friends on like a boat, and he's like working, like clearing out mines in the ocean. That's like his job, and he's good at shooting because he's like in the freaking Air Force or
Just give
whatever.
us more Godzilla.
What about Kong Skull Island?
That's,
might be-
that's
that
the
might-
best
Not
of, like,
seen it.
any Godzilla or King Kong movie.
That might
I've
be
seen
the
one that I have on DVD because I asked my mom to buy it, thinking it was $5, and then I felt bad
It's
because
actually-
it was actually $20.
Ew.
It was in the $5
Haunts the
bin.
Island
Oh
is
my
great.
god!
Samuel Jackson.
Then I
No.
scanned it and it was $20, and I felt bad. But my mom was like,
I
"No,
think
you
he's
can
like
get
the
it,"
general.
and I was like,
unless
"No."
that's another.
That's sad.
Yeah, and I felt bad.
It has.
Did you like it?
No, the movie was
It has
ass.
that,
That's what
that
makes
white
it
guy
worse.
with like the crazy hair.
Dude, it was so blurry too on somehow.
Interesting.
It has I think that's. Oh, it does have Samuel L.
Yeah.
Jackson.
He's like the general that like really wants to like kill King.
Oh, you're right.
Is there like a train? in
And
that
then there's
movie?
Loki in it. He's like the main
Loki?
guy.
Yeah, he is the main guy.
Yeah.
Like from
That's
Marvel?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom Hiddleston.
Oh wait.
Oh, the actor. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
dude.
I might have seen that movie in movie class.
Kong Skull Island's great.
It's a great movie.
I don't really remember what
Okay.
happens though. What's
Those
called?
are 2 picks.
Three
I got
now.
3 picks.
Three now, Parker.
I honestly, my honorable mention was Inception. I'm not gonna go into detail on that. Just had to throw that out there. Because I thought one of you two was gonna take Interstellar. That's my number one.
Really?
I've never seen it.
Really? Cole, you've seen it at least, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Never seen Interstellar or Inception.
I
don't
think
want to watch them, but
Cole, have you seen Inception?
I've seen both.
I think Inception would confuse Bryce and
Which-
especially Mike.
I think it was on in movie class,
Confused,
but I was
It
just
would
messing
confuse Mike.
which one's the one where
around. Does
like
that have
they-
Leonardo DiCaprio?
I think so, right?
I think it would, yeah.
Yeah, I
Leonardo
watched that
DiCaprio.
one. It was weird.
Yeah.
I was
It's kind of
messing around.
confusing, but like it makes sense at the end.
If you just understand that it's like layers of dreams.
Yeah.
Is Interstellar the one where like they're like
Like
it's like
lives on.
3 hours there is like 80 years on Earth or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, Earth is like dying, so they're like trying to find like another habitable planet for civilization to move to, and like one of them, they like go down to it, and like the gravitational force is like so big that
Time is different.
yeah, time is different.
And then
I don't know how it works exactly.
I don't either.
I think it's like around a black
That sounds
hole or
very
something.
Because like they travel
Interception.
through wormholes and stuff to like make it.
Mhm.
Wormhole potion.
Okay.
Neil deGrasse Tyson could explain that. But.
Yeah. Didn't he like fact check that or something?
Actually,
Or he proved it. I think I've seen him talk about it. I don't know if he fact checked it or proved
That's
it.
the
wrong.
that's. Are you talking about like the black guy who's super smart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like hearing him talk, man. He's cool.
on like YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
That's the only platform I can find him on.
You're
He's
not
never
wrong.
on TikTok. He's never on Instagram. It's YouTube
But it's
Shorts.
wrong.
just some reels.
I've seen some Joe Rogan TikToks. And
Yeah, it's always him and Joe Rogan.
Yeah. But I give him
And Joe
Interstellar
Rogan's just like,
10.
whoa, really?
It's
Joe Rogan's too stupid to know what he's talking
It's the
about.
side of a tennis ball.
Oh yeah,
It
the
would
movie.
be as smooth.
Oh, it's a
as-
marble.
Oh,
Made
it's
made the Earth the size of it'd be the smoothest marble ever made.
Oh yeah.
I can't fathom it. I think about that all the time.
Like, it was like, yeah, with like the how deep the Grand Canyon is, how tall Mount Everest is.
It was,
Yeah.
It would still be the most smooth marble.
that doesn't make sense in my head.
Earth is just like so big that way that this way doesn't matter.
I
Huh?
guess, but
But
like,
then what it be? What do you mean?
no, but like think
Like,
about like
isn't
a
it-
Like the
marble, right?
surface area is so big that like any like mileage going up or down like doesn't matter.
It really
Oh
is.
yeah, huh? Because like the highest point isn't even. It's like 20 miles high or something stupid.
Yeah.
It's like not very
Whereas
high.
like the surface
Everest is,
area
like-
of the whole Earth is just so incredible.
I don't want to sound stupid.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
I don't even think it. Mount
Actually,
Everest is
so-
like 20 miles high. I think it's less
Parker,
than that.
you're choosing Interstellar.
I'm choosing Interstellar.
Mount Everest is 29,000 feet high.
How many miles is that?
About
That's not even like.
6. Five,
yeah, that's
five
not
and a
even-
half, 6.
I think 20 miles is like entering like space or something.
Yeah.
It is 5.5 miles high.
Yeah.
I could climb that. 5
You
miles.
can't.
So you can't.
People have done it before.
Yeah.
Let's do it together.
We could do that.
We can train for it.
Yeah, I give Interstellar a
Just-
10 out of 10. Perfect.
Okay.
For sci-fi, it's a beautiful. Mike, you can't rate it.
I don't know. It sounds interesting. I'd like to watch it.
Bryce, you never seen it either?
I'm surprised Bryce has
Yeah,
never seen
that
it.
sounds like a
I'm
movie,
gonna
Bryce.
rate it a 7.
7.
I think it's a average sci-fi movie. Like I think it's good. Story-wise, it's like it gets very emotional, and it's cool seeing him his like relationship with his daughter and like him like missing out on her life and stuff.
So like she's like super old, but does he get back?
Yeah.
Actually,
He
I don't. I kind of want to see. I don't want to know.
It's like a almost a 3.5, 4.
Isn't
hour
his whole
movie.
journey like a waste of time because they just like figure out how to
Basically,
But I think
and the soundtrack's
it's
really
a
good
little
on
too
it too.
long.
It is very long.
It's
I don't
a
know if
long
you would
movie.
like it for that reason.
That sounds interesting.
Like just for a movie for
The
you. know.
pacing's pretty slow, so
But it's well done.
it is well done. But I think it's not the best.
What?
I was thinking of Passengers. Have you guys heard of that movie?
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
never seen it though.
wait,
Passenger.
is that the one where like
Chris
they're on
Pratt?
the thing
Like this, Brett.
and
the thing, yeah.
Chris Pratt wakes up early, and then he wakes up with some lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chris
That's a
Pratt
fire movie.
and Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
I've never actually seen them.
that's a good movie.
What's it about?
So Chris Pratt is the main guy.
Okay.
It's on this
Big space
big
station.
spaceship, and they're all the passengers are cryo freezed.
Oh,
So it's just like a
that
time travel.
Overwatch cutscene.
Yeah, it's a time skip.
Okay.
Time skip.
Yeah.
And Chris Pratt's chamber malfunctions and wakes.
I think I've
so
seen
he
clips
wakes
of it.
up early
Yeah,
on
Mhm.
YouTube Shorts.
somewhere.
Yeah, so he
Probably.
either has to like live out his life alone on the big spaceship, or
Because by the time they get there, he'd be dead.
Mhm.
Can you not just refreeze? I guess that would be
No, you
cool.
can't refreeze.
Interesting. But like, would he just like go through all their supplies?
Kind of, but they'd get there. I don't know.
They started like planting shit too. No.
Yeah.
can't
So
remember.
he like
He can,
does he
like,
like
plant.
wake someone up?
He
Yeah.
wakes someone up,
That's wild.
and there's like robots on there to like.
Oh, isn't there like a robot that like cooks you food?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is she mad at him for waking him up? I haven't seen the movie.
I think at first,
Once
Probably.
she
No,
finds
she
out,
didn't-
she gets mad.
yeah, because she didn't know at first, and then he
he
told her.
lied and said that they were there.
They just like she just so
like-
happened to wake up.
You've seen most of the movies.
Oh, that like it
YouTube shorts,
malfunctions
but
with.
Yeah,
I actually haven't seen
Dang.
That sounds like a.
it's a good movie.
Mindor's crazy.
That is
Alright.
crazy. Why did you choose her? Because she's bad.
I think it's like his like girlfriend or something.
Oh, interesting.
Or she was bad. I think I can't remember.
I think he just thinks she's mad.
I think yeah. I think
Loki,
that's
they
it.
could like start a family on there, and
That's
then their
weird.
kids could be the astronauts on the plane.
That's freaky.
That'd be crazy.
And then
Alright.
I'm not gonna say that.
So those are our 4 picks.
Wait, what was Bryce's? Can we run through them again?
Bryce
I love
Bryce
it.
can only pick your movie.
Oh,
'cause he-
Star
Revenge of
Wars,
the-
Revenge of the
Revenge of the
Sith,
Sith.
Star Wars, Jurassic,
Jurassic
Park.
Park,
Godzilla.
Godzilla -1, and Interstellar.
I'll say Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic
That's
Park.
the only one you've seen.
Yeah.
That's the only one
Okay.
I've seen.
And then Cole, what would you say?
I would just say
Star Wars?
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
The Jurassic Park's
So-
the best sci-fi movie.
The Great Value.
According to the
Oscar
Great
goes
Value.
to Jurassic Park for sci-fi.
Good job, Jurassic Park.
Ooh,
This is the highest reward you've ever received.
yeah, definitely.
The highest prestige reward.
Deserves it.
For sure.
Never girl.
So
Yeah.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yes. Magic word.
overall, best action movie was
We didn't do action.
superhero.
superhero.
Superhero was Avengers 1.
No, it was
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Infinity War, yeah.
Infinity Edge.
Animation was.
Wait, was it? It was Infinity War.
Animation was tied between
Tied.
Across the Spider-Verse and How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
And then sci-fi was Jurassic Park.
All right. I think that's pretty good.
So basically, that's it for this episode. But I mean, we had a lot of fun doing this. If you guys want to see something similar to this with like games, animes, different genres of movies, even
Shows even.
shows, I don't think we're well versed on shows.
Well, if we include
Or-
anime and shows.
I guess if we
Like,
include anime,
Any type
but
of show, yeah.
but if you want to see this again, let us know. Drop a comment if you want to see specific genres. Let us know. If you have questions, let us know. Just leave a comment.
Please.
Let us know your picks for these categories.
Yeah.
Let us know if you
break
agree.
the tie. Break
Oh,
the tie.
yeah,
Break
yeah.
Break the tie.
Break
No
the
one's
tie.
gonna break the tie. Well, we could clip
We,
that.
we create a clip and create a poll.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be
Well,
fire.
Should have voted on that.
But anyways, hopefully the quality was a lot better, and hopefully it turns out well in the editing. But we're hoping it also goes up again next episode. A great value. Maybe we'll maybe be there.
See.
We'll see.
All our
Maybe.
socials,
Great
Instagram,
value.show.
TikTok,
Tic Tac.
TikTok.
YouTube,
YouTube.
and Spotify.
Thanks for watching.
And invest now for great value later.